workplace of tomorrow. How can you survive and even thrive in it? What will be the secrets of success for you? Welcome to Firing Line. I'm Bill Kutik. These are just two critical questions about the future of work. Today we're kicking off a two-part series on this topic, so vital to all of us. Joining us with her crystal ball is SuccessFactors workplace futurist Karie Willyerd, co-author of The 2020 Workplace, written back in 2010, with a new book just published titled Stretch: How to Future-Proof Yourself for Tomorrow's Workplace. There's a lot to talk about. Karie, welcome to Firing Line.
Oh, it's so important that we get a chance to talk, and thank you so much for inviting me. I really appreciate it, Bill.
Well, some of your research was pretty startling to me, and that was that the number one fear in the workplace among people is that they're going to become obsolete, that they feel as though they have a sell-by date stamped on their forehead as though they were a milk carton. Can you elaborate on that?
Well, we ran a study with Oxford Economics. We were really surprised, to be honest. We thought people would worry about, oh gosh, I'm not making progress in my pay or economic uncertainty. No, it's being obsolete. And in a sense, we discovered that's a good fear to have because technology is changing so much. So many things are happening. People fear that they're going to become obsolete.
And so you're saying that this fear is not irrational, that people are not paranoid, and that someone's actually chasing them.
Well, and do you want to know who's chasing them?
Yeah.
It's a robot. Now, the robot might be an algorithm, but...
Right, a robot can be software. People think of humanoid robots like in Blade Runner, but robots come in all kinds of shapes and sizes, right?
I love that movie, by the way.
I like it too.
So, yes, one of the things is that the University, Oxford, did a study, and 48% of people have jobs that are going to be vulnerable to being replaced by automation. And this isn't just low-level jobs. This is all the way through the spectrum. So it's a good fear to have. It is not being paranoid. There is a robot coming after them.
And as we said, that robot could be a single arm on a factory floor, which exists all over the place right now. It could be an automated delivery cart or whatever, or it could just be software on a computer.
It could be. But there's a hotel that just opened up in Japan this summer. And this hotel, when you go to check in, you got two choices. You either go to the Actroid, who's a lovely young woman who's got very animated discussion, or you get to go to the Velociraptor, wearing a little bellboy hat. So which one are you going to go to, the Actroid or the Velociraptor?
Well, I tend to like my women flesh and blood rather than silicone.
Thank you. I'm a little threatened by her, so I'm going to the Velociraptor. But, the thing is, even, service jobs, the knowledge economy, those are jobs that are now really subject to replacement by automation or algorithm.
I was going to ask you that, which industries and which kinds of jobs are most subject to it. And I know that some of the answers are surprising, so tell us.
Well, everybody thinks it's that factory floor because we're kind of used to the automation that we see in factories. But think about your pharmacist. Or I was talking to a millennial last week who really wants to be a sports writer. Well, you got your career started in our day, since we were both journalists, by getting to work at small newspapers. Right. No, that's all done automatically now. There's an algorithm writing the sports section, algorithms writing financials for reporting at the big, reporting agencies.
I worked with a guy 20 years ago who said, hey, earnings reports are absolutely standard. Why can't they be automated? And now they have.
And now they have. And, and like I said, your pharmacist, that's a whole set of algorithms that are being followed. That's nearly a doctorate. And so, think about people like that being outplaced and outsourced. And so we need to think about that.
So you're saying knowledge workers are at risk?
Yes, they are.
And at particular risk because they always thought they were invulnerable before. Who can replace my brain?
Right. And who can replace, or service workers thought the same thing. Who's going to replace me physically going up to and taking care of this person? Well, guess what? That can happen now. And even for an aging population, you can send in bedpans now through a robot. You can deliver your luggage to the room through a robot. So it's service, it's automated manufacturing, it's knowledge workers.
So can HR help workers in this and
Well, the truth of the matter is we're on our own. We just need to accept that we're on our own. I was at a Chicago conference and this CHRO stands up, Fortune 50 company, and he says, I'm not responsible for anyone's development except my own. And the room goes quiet. And that was my reaction. It's like, he didn't really say that, did he? And the whole room of CHROs breaks out in applause. And I realized, because my reaction was, well, we're just facing reality. We are on our own when it comes to development. A company can't be the big brother anymore. So the first thing HR can do is help put in place some tools then for people to self-navigate. We need career GPSs that are put in place for people to use. HR can do that by saying, here's the tools, here's the strategies, here's ways to network, here's ways to develop. And so we'll get a chance to talk about some of those solutions too.
Great. Karie, thanks so much for coming by and scaring the bejesus out of me with what's headed at us within 10 years or so, and laying out these important challenges that every single person has to face. And I'll look forward to next time when you're going to come back with more solutions to these problems that you've identified.
I look forward to it.
That'll be great. At the end of the show, please click on the red box that will appear so you can subscribe. You'll get just one email reminder so you won't miss next month's episode of Firing Line. Thank you for watching. I'm Bill Kutik.